up, everybody? Working on the 83 K10 LS swap lifted Chevy truck. Working on my rear disc brake conversion. I got the kit from Lugnut 4-wheel drive off of eBay. This is just the standard kit, no parking brake. I got the passenger side installed. I'm working on the drivers. Lovely drum brakes that are all chewed up and full of crap, so I'm gonna buzz the 4 bolts off and then knock the backing plate off. The driver's side, or the passenger side, didn't look any prettier. It was all screwed up. 2 new seals with the kit, put 2 new seals in. Had a stupid moment and put the passenger side seal in without putting the bearing in, so I took the seal out, bent it a little bit, straightened it out, and then put it back in with the bearing in. So we'll see how long that lasts till it leaks, but these aren't real hard to take apart anyways, and I'll end up pulling them off the axles out again anyways later, probably to readjust the wheel bearing preload. Probably end up having to tighten them up again. They were very loose now. I don't put a lot of preload, especially on used bearings. Try to put about the same amount of preload that is on it. These are dry. Cleaned them all out, took some of the gunk out of them. The bearings looked really good, really clean, so I was like, well, hell, what the hell, I'll go with it. Axle shaft had a little rust on the top because it was probably a little setting up a top point where all the fluid wasn't that there. Had some fluid run out of it. It was a little dirty, not too horrible. Cleaned it. Gonna put some new 80/90 on the bearings before I put it back in there. I'll slide it back in there, lube them up, and mount the bracket. Of course, I'll mount the bracking plate before I put the hub on, of course. I ended up mounting them at this angle on the back here. I can show you. I didn't paint the calipers. I didn't really have time. That's where they're mounted. Then I'll run the hose down by the U-bolt there, and then I'll run it to the junction box. I've got a Corvette Master. Got a Corvette Master, 2 new front. Crap, dropping Camaro parts. Got a bunch of, gonna be so happy once I get all this crap done. Got the Corvette Master cylinders under here, Napa brake pad, Napa front calipers, and Skyjacker brake line, stainless braided steel, rear and front. The rear, I already got fittings because I'll need fittings. I've already got fittings and everything, but I'll end up taking them back out because I'm going to reuse. I was going to originally replace all of the line, but I'm going to reuse the full front system because the proportioning valve is pretty much identical to the whatchamajig, pretty much identical to the factory proportioning valve, so that'll be all right. I'll go ahead and, these came loose out here, so I'll buzz them out, put the new braided stainless steel extended brake lines with the new calipers, bleed the system, add some fluid to the transfer case and rear end, and possibly drive it home tonight. It's kind of late in the evening, but if I can get her all slapped together, well, not slapped together, put together pretty good, and get it on the road, get it to where it stops, take it for a quick test drive, I'll take it home tonight, do a quick shakedown of it, around the block a few times, check for leaks and everything, and then of course do a shakedown and take it home. So I miss driving this truck, especially now that it's got the Tude that it does, the Attitude. My slot of mags will fit the rear brakes without the spacers, and they are much further out, and I think they'll look much better on this truck than if I just put 16s back on it. Like I said, maybe if possibly just going to replace the 2 that are bad. I did put the nicer BF Goodrich up front here. It's a nicer looking one that's up front here now. It's the only one that's the black wall out because I didn't even pay attention. The rest of them are white wall out, except that one. Yeah, this one will go to the back, and the front one will come up here, which I already have the front one out here. This one will go, or the old rear will go up. The good tire will go up front, and the bad tire will go in the rear. Yeah, this is not even a tire I really like to drive home on, but you know, I drove home on worse, and they are 10-ply E rated tires, so who knows. It blows out, it blows out. It's not like it would do blow out more rust. But yeah, so yeah, As long as I don't wreck it, it'll be all right. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing tonight here. If I get everything done like I plan on it, I might shoot a video, but I bet you I'll be tired, so I figured I'd just shoot this video. I might do a overview of the whole truck sometime here soon. I've had a few people want an overview of the truck because this will be phase 1, and once I get all the little piddly stuff wrapped up, phase 2. Phase 1 was the engine, the LS swap. This will be phase 2. And once I get that done, I'll pretty much do a recap of everything, and then I'll move into making the interior pretty, doing all the stuff I wanted to do there. Of course, you're going to do gauges, and what else? Just odds and ends here and there. Make it a tow rig. I'll end up putting a new receiver in the back, and putting a brake controller, trailer brake controller and stuff in it, just so I can tow with it, because it does have decent axles underneath it and decent springs, and the frame is in incredibly good shape, and it'll have really good brakes. So yeah, it should be able to pull pretty good, I would think, and especially 456 gears and about 300, probably a little over 300 horse at that on that 5.3 there. So yeah, and if I decide to put the 6-liter in it, there it sets underneath there. I'm probably gonna clean it up this summer and gasket it, and it might find its way down in the old 83 K10. That might be phase 3. We'll consider that. Well, actually, we'll consider phase 3 redoing the interior. Then we might do phase 1.5 for the 6-liter swap, if we put the LQ9 in it. And then phase 4, which will be the final phase, it'll either 1, not happen, 2, it'll happen. Phase 4 will be the body and paint. Phase 4 is I'm on the edge. I really love this patina of this truck. If the box was just as solid as the rest of the truck, it would definitely, I'd clear coat this bad boy. I love the look of this truck. The way this paint is falling off. I mean, it even, you can hardly tell that's bird crap right there. I mean, that's perfect. But yeah, I really like the patina on this truck, and to me, I love it. It earned this patina, being a farm truck, and it's incredibly good shape for an old farm truck, really. I mean, the hood, I really like the look of it. I really like the look of it. And I really wanted to put the quad headlight front end in it. And after seeing it with the lift and everything, I'm kind of second guessing that. I just kind of like the look of the work truck front end, the Scottsdale front end. We'll see what it looks like when I get the mags on it, the steel mags, and see how much we jump back into the 70s and 80s. I wish it was a round headlight front truck. It's just so sad. If I could find a nice clip, and if I do body work, it possibly might end up with a 79 or earlier front end. I don't know. My 85 K5, which I'm pondering on an LS swap on it as well right now. I'm in an LS swapping mood. I think I'm going to do that about a yearly thing, I think. Feels like. I'm going to try to do it a lot cheaper than this truck. This truck has way too much money into it. Yeah, I'm going to try to do it way cheaper. I'm going to get a really cheap donor vehicle. I've got my eye on a 02, 01 Suburban. It's got a boatload of miles on it, but it runs and drives good. Got a good 4L60 in it, and a nice 5.3, so I think that'd be a great swap candidate. That'll come with a complete air intake system, because I'll just use a stock air box. It'll come with a radiator, fan shroud, full coolant system. I'll go ahead and, what else? Full coolant system. I use the power, or the transmission cooler off of the truck, or off the Suburban. I'll use the wiring from it and just make my own standalone harness, because I got each tuner that I can go ahead and kill the vats in it and make it sort of run. I got an MP241, I believe it is, the passenger side drop for these trucks. That's got the speed sensor in it, so that'll work with the 4L60. It should bolt right up to my cross member, and that should, well, it came out of a 91 Suburban, so it should definitely bolt up to my 91 Suburban cross member I have, and it should bolt right up to my 4L60. I'm gonna get probably dirty dingo motor mounts again. Possibly might look into some other ones. I don't know. Might even look into making my own. But yeah, that's kind of on the plan of that. I kind of want to build me a nice little Blazer as well to go along with my nice K10 here, which my K10 might get K20 badges. I know that's going to be kind of sacrilegious at this point, but hey, it's pretty much a 3/4 ton truck at this point. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think the 3/4 tons frames were a little different. I think the cross bracings were solid instead of open. Like the K10's got a few that are open, and a lot of 3/4 tons I've seen of solid. I don't know if that's just an age thing, because most of my 3/4 ton trucks I've seen have been not in the 80s, they've been older trucks. So I'm definitely gonna either disconnect and take my, or zip tie my sway bar up, or just take it out for the ride home. But yeah. And I think the frames might be thicker on a 3/4. I don't know. I'm not an expert on square bodies. I just happen to know a whole crap ton about them. I don't know like little variations between that, but I know it's got a pretty set of strong axles underneath it. It's not a Dana 60, unfortunately, but the Dana 44 will do me just fine. I'll probably blow an axle shaft out of it because it's got the locker in the front, but who knows? We'll see. I do want to do a dual steering stabilizer setup. I wanted to use the factory location and put 2 in there. I've seen a few trucks with it and they look pretty awesome, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, go ahead, and I've been talking for 11 minutes here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off because I need to get this done. I'm running out of daylight. I probably will, when I start doing the brakes, turn around and pull it in so I got some more light. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.